What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and hopefully shoot these knight errant guys in their faces. I'm gonna go in from one. Never use corners. Remember that rule I told you? Never use corners in this game. It's terrible. Corners are really easily flanked. They behave weirdly, and I just don't trust them anymore. It appears as though I have not been shot. I thought I got shot in the last round. Well then, that guy is super flanked, so I kind of want to shoot at him. What? How is he in medium cover? Present forth to me the medium cover that he is hiding behind, so that I may call it foolish and tell you that it does not exist. Gobbit. I'm getting... she's got to move to there to summon that spirit. Shit. Gonna have to do it. Do it! Summons a spirit. It's a swamp spirit? Oh, he's the rock fist guy again. Oh, man. I wanted a trash demon. You know how awesome it would be to beat your foes to death with trash? That shit is hilarious. That is funny from every single angle. I will probably pummel the shit out of this mage. There it is. He's not dead yet, though. Hold on, let me see what I can do with Duncan Hines first here. I probably need him to engage with this guy over here. I'm thinking I may not have much of a choice. Get him with an incendiary round. We'll go straight through the armor and deal the flat 12 damage no matter what. After that, give me an aim shot. Hurt that individual. Make them rethink about what they done. On this side, I don't think she's going to be able to accomplish much from her current positioning. I mean, that's like, it's a 50-50 for her to launch it over to there. I guess it could happen. Yeah! Okay, it did happen. I'm happy about it. Whatever. The spirit doesn't know the difference. He doesn't know what a grenade is. He's from some weird, I don't know. He's from some elemental dimension. What does he know about anything? Oh, you didn't get him with the AP neither. Shit, that sucks. Okay, so I'm going to leave him right where he's at. And then with you, I'll probably just keep firing grenades and hope that we land the shot. Yay! That grenade is so dope. I love that grenade launcher. It makes me happy. There you go. Killing hands. These hands were made for killing, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these hands is going to kill all over you. I mean, probably not even one of these days, one of these turns. I mean, each of these is supposed to be like, what, 6 seconds in the Shadowrun, like, game world? I don't remember how long a turn is supposed to be in oh, shit. No, we've been stun-gassed. That sucks, bro. I don't want to be stun-gassed. How? You shot me through oh, shit. We have, like, battle dogs. They have bullet vests? Holy balls. Those are like robo-dogs, dude. That's wild. Those aren't, they're like bark, bark. Bark, bark, you have intruded inside Renraku system. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. So what happens if my drone gets blowed up? Like, how does that go? Because I'm just going to shoot at dogs here for a minute and hope that this works. I'm thinking we need better positioning, amigos. I think we need better positioning. I'm going to move him to here. And this guy with the shotgun makes me concerned. So I'm just going to... Oh, wow. Knocked out. Well, if she's out for the next turn, why bother hitting her anymore? You know what I mean? She's already done for, and I'll probably try and throw... Let's get this guy then. Down he goes, which leaves us with no AP. That's going to despawn. And that puts Dunkin' Donuts in an amazing position to mercy kill this guy. Do you not have line of sight? Why can't that shot be made? Maybe she's right on the cusp of 25%? Shit. Ah, well. Flank now. Give me some lovely gunfire on this side. Make it happen, Cap'n. You know, for Gobbit... Oh, that's right. She had a summon. I was going to gas cloud these things. I guess then... Go ahead and heal her up while we wait. I'm going to gas cloud the dogs, though, on the next turn, and hopefully it works out. Going to confirm that reload, and then I'm going to try, since these dogs are standing so close to one another, I'm going to leave cover and just, like, get flanked for right now. Oh, down. There it is. Perfect shot. Enjoyable all around. Got 1 damage right there. See, he's using acid bolt. Why won't Gobbit use? Please don't grenade me. Okay, that sounds good. Grenade whoever you want, not me. No, Joni the Droney. No, Joni the Droney. My dump shocks is. Oh, never mind. I didn't get dump shock. That's weird. When you blow up my drone, aren't I supposed to get dump shock? Get sprayed, doggy. I would like to go... I mean, if I could do a couple of these, that dog needs to go, though. That dog is not an acceptable risk right now. I'm going to go all out right there, and hopefully we can deal some damage to the dogs. It looks like we did get a lot of damage off right there, and then let's put some grenades on them. They are stacked together perfectly right now for damage dealing, so There we go. So a bunch of the dogs, it looks like they're biological in some respect because they have blood, but they look like they're robo-dogs. I kind of feel like a dick now. Like, maybe I could have used, like, my magic to be like, yo, doggies, come join my side. And then I could have had a dog like in the last game. The last game we had a hellhound. How sick was that? That was my favorite thing ever. I love games that let me have a dog. If I can have a dog, I'm usually pretty happy. I'm a pet/animal person. I love all manner of pets. I want rats and dogs and cats and what. Not snakes and reptiles though. They don't do anything for me. They just. I already said this. They don't jerk the chicken. I don't know. I just don't like it. Reptiles. It's not that I hate them or that I'm scared of them. They just don't really strike me as a good pet. They kind of just seem pointless. I don't know. Oh look, there's more knight errant. I'm gonna approach from this side so I can hide behind cardboard boxes because obviously those are bulletproof. I don't like what they're doing right now. It upsets me. Yeah, because they're going to get the first turn, and I'm going to be flanked with my character. Like, oh, I could have started combat. I forgot, there's a little button in the top. Shitballs. Well, fine then. I'm just going to get shot in the face for forgetting that I have utilities that I can use. That's only light cover. I don't really like this. I think I'll probably move other people around first. I mean, you've basically... How does that count as cover right there? In what universe is he in cover? Like, he is way out in the open right now. Huh. Weird. Spray and pray, 20 damage. I'm gonna try and run him back into cover somehow, so he can stop getting shot in the face. My drone is gone. I think we can repair it after the mission, though. I don't remember exactly. Could also probably throw poison gas on one of these guys. There we go. Keep them from moving around and also block off some of this shit and keep them from using it properly. Grenade launcher! It's funny because even when she misses, she still sort of hits. That's like the fun part about this gun, is that it really like doesn't punish me at all for using it. Like if I miss, I don't blow up my own guys. Like if I miss, it still mostly hits them like 90% of the time. It's a pretty sweet weapon. I'm like, oh look, I missed, but like the degree of error that's for... I'm about to get hit from behind. Why are you guys running backwards right now? Oh, shit. How do you buff the accuracy on a machine gun turret? Doesn't that not work? I tried to buff my drone with the accuracy buff and it didn't work. Huh. Give him a volley. Woohoo! Apparently I learned how to aim in between here and the last... I think I'll probably scoot him on into cover. See, how is that... That's weird. That line of sight right there, just not enough AP. Oh. The line of sight is weird in this game. Like, that looks like he's out of cover right now to this character. What do I know about anything? Go ahead and get up in there. I want you closer. I like how they made her body type different than a lot of the other characters. Like, a lot of the characters in this game have the same body type, but I like how she stands out by being, like, thinner and more slender. I love this gun. It is the greatest. Man, we are just missing over here. Why is she just... Why are they hunkering down back here and not, like, getting into the fray? Ow. Okay. Well, with 2 AP, I can sort of get him up and into position, so that's what I'm going to do. I also would love to have Duncan in position to fire on some of these positions, so essentially we're just going to spread out along this wall and, like, do our thing. I'm going to throw a heal on him just to give him a little bit of extra... Oh, I put him on a corner. Weak. I'm going to give him an aiming buff, too, because he seems to be having trouble. With Isabel, let's take the 2 AP and get up behind maybe there. Help out with that. He's going to get flanked, though. It's going to be ugly. Unless they decide to shoot at juicier targets. Some of our friends might cause this to be a little bit easier of a fight than it would have been otherwise, but... Walk through my acid cloud. Good job. That pink miasma. Just inhale deeply. Just... Mmm, delicious. It makes my lungs feel like jalapenos. On this side, I think it's pistol time. Are these not activated? It's weird that those aren't activated, because I sort of felt like they were activated. Yeah, line of sight's really weird in this game, though. Don't rely on it. It's a strange thing that you really kind of don't know until you play around with it a little bit. That's going to see, like, right here, it says he's out of line of sight. I have no idea why. Game does not do a very good job of explaining why it's out of line of sight and things like that. It is what it is. And see, like, that's in line of sight, even though very clearly to me it looks like he's behind the pillar. I don't know, it's odd. Kill? Ah, cover blocked it. What are you gonna do? Isabel. I don't suppose I can manually target this BZ. Doesn't look like I could target it wherever I want it to go. I was hoping we could, like, auto-target it somewhere and you could, like, hold down a key and it would let you spray and pray. This dude's more than likely dead on this turn anyways. Wouldn't worry about it too much. Alright, we out of here. MTR station. You'd think it'd be a lot more difficult to disappear in a world like this where there's, like, observation units everywhere and things like that. It looks like we made it. Oh, shit. Who are these dudes? Can't start combat either. As you move through the MTR station, several figures move to interrupt your advance. The leader is obvious, a hulking brute of a troll. He cradles a heavy assault rifle in the crook of his cyberarm and reeks of stale cigarettes and casual brutality. The name Steeltooth is stenciled across the flak vest beneath his jacket. His eyes narrow as you approach. That's far enough for you, punk. Steeltooth gestures towards you with the barrel of his gun, taking a drag from his cigarette. My crew's had a long night. Nerves, they're a little raw, you know, and crunching somebody's face always brightens my mood. Let me speak in small words so you don't misunderstand. He takes a long drag on his cigarette, exhaling the smoke through his nose. Give us the prototype laser, or we're gonna kill you so hard that your ancestors feel it. That's the best you could come up with, really? His face twists up in annoyance. Hell with you, little man. You think you're so smart? Let's see how smart you are with a bullet in your skull. His voice is like gravel over sheet metal. Wu touched his jaw out, snarling over his tusks. You think you're tough, jackass? I've eaten burritos that are tougher than you. You're about as scary as a pile of wet kittens. The troll doesn't even favor Wu with a glance. Better keep your dog over there on a shorter leash, man, or he's likely to get you put down. Right, cigarette's done, which means your time's up. Hand over the prototype. Now. We had to ditch it back in the caves. Knight Errant's behind us. Bullshit. Nobody dumps a payday like that, not unless they got no other choice. The laser had a tracking device on it. We had to ditch it. Ah, hell. Still, though, I ain't buying it. Tell you what, we strip search you. If we don't have it, you could be on your way. How's that? Well, the hell with you, then. Oh, this first turn is going to hurt like a bitch. It's kind of bullshit that they get the first turn when you're all out of cover and shit. I don't know. That's always something that annoys me about this game is you get, like, the first turn. Like, the combat starts after a dialogue. They just get to, like, blast on you for one turn, and there's nothing you can really do about it. I don't know. It's troublesome. So I can't really do much with you right now. Drone's gone. I figure go back over here and use a big kit on yourself. Get yourself nice and healed up while we get everybody else into cover. This cover in here sucks, though. This is not good cover. This is pretty gnarly cover. I guess get in behind him right there. And then let's start focusing on our lovely friend, the mage. Mages are always the first to go in Shadowrun, by the way. You need to spray mages like the second they're on the battlefield. Just put bullets in there. Oh, look, they got a ley line to help them out, too. Definitely kill the mage first. Mage has got to go right this second. Ain't no debate to be had here. Isabel, are you feeling pistolero-y, or are you feeling kind of, I don't know, grenade launchery? They're kind of spread out right now. How about you give them a burst? Let them see what's up. See, now you're bleeding hella per round. All your fluids leaking out your eyeballs. Coming out your ass right there. Oh, look, see, you're bleeding everywhere. Done messed up, I told you. You may have got that first turn off where you're just like, kablow, and hit me for 21 damage before I could actually move. Even though I wanted to start combat first and it wouldn't let me. I knew this was going to be trouble. This dude's dead as hell, though. We got to get the leader. I would highly recommend we get the leader. Spray and pray happening over there. Let me go ahead. I'm going to try and get him on targets that are actually like tangible shots for him. There it is. I think we've got Isabel a little bit flanked too. So point blank his dumb ass. Ooh, she blew his head off. Gnarly. She put the gun up to his temple and was like, you got any last words, hombre? And he was like, screw you. If it was R-rated, he would have said something. I was like, BAP! And then his head goes to shards all over the... That's how he would have done it in the Tarantino film. Although, I guess the dialogue probably would have been wittier. Oh, and now you're bleeding too, just like all your friends. How do you feel right now? Man. trying to finish this nice and clean, and y'all are making it difficult. Alright, get into cover and just hope they don't throw grenades at us. Ooh! That's a big AK. How come his AK is bigger than the standard AK? 4 acid damage right there. Ooh, don't come back from that. The MTR train awaits. With it the promise of safety and freedom. You're just allowed to have gunfights in the middle of, like, open areas in this game? Like, in this universe, it always strikes me as funny that you can have, like, driving gunfights in the middle of nowhere and nobody, like, gets involved. There is no police force, technically, in this game because they took the libertarian approach in this world, where the only places that have police forces are the places that can afford to pay for them. Like, they actually hire private security companies to keep places safe. Jarl nods in appreciation, extending a hand to you. Thanks for all the help tonight. I don't know if I'd be able to get out of here without you. The world's better off with people like you in it. Alright, good luck out there, Jarl. Thanks, I could always use some better luck. I hope yours changes too. You seem like you could use a milk run after that debacle. You keep safe out there, okay? We all gotta stick together. If we don't, we end up with bullets in our back. Yay, we made friendses.
I like making friendses. Everybody loves Splattercat now. 'Cause he gives you laser pistols. And it's super awesome.
The MTR train pulls away from the station. You become lost in the crowd, just another face traveling from Central towards Kowloon. Every second puts blessed distance between you and the hornet's nest of knight-errant soldiers you've left in your wake. I think I left body bags in my wake. I don't like to think about it as a hornet's nest of security. I killed like everybody that stepped to me, and I feel pretty strongly about that. With the data planet and the GPS module in your possession, it seems certain that Ares Asia will place the blame for your run at the doorstep of the Red Dragon Association. The loss of the prototype laser is unfortunate, but allies are often more valuable than gear, especially in the shadows. With any luck, they'll be able to pay you back soon enough. Sometimes they'll even get you jobs and stuff that you wouldn't have got otherwise. I've seen DMs run it that way. So we are out. We got 8 karma for that run. That was a pretty good run for us. 12 karma to play around with. I'll probably leave decking alone for a little while. Probably not even going to look at it for a bit. I'll probably start focusing. Our gun skills seem to have really sort of fallen by the wayside. And so with regards to our, decking and everything is looking really, really good for me right now. I mean, we're 2 levels away from the Fairlight Excalibur, which is basically the last place you need to go with, like, any of this. You could take that up pretty far, and you can get special ability by going up a little bit higher. But in all honesty, I feel pretty strongly about the fact that I think we've done pretty well here. I need more drone accuracy in all honesty. Like, drone accuracy would be great, too. But for right now, I'm going to go with what I said, and I think we're going to focus on ranged combat for right now. We got to put a lot of points in order to make it happen. But I'm going to go in like so, and I'm going to prime that so that after our next job, we can go in a little bit on ranged combat. We don't have to take it up super far, but I'm finding that my character is really sort of struggling in ranged combat right now. He's got like a 50-50 on every shot, but that's not something I like to leave myself with. I'll confirm it. Anybody else get new abilities while we were out here? Your comlink chirps. It's Kindly Chang. Hello, Auntie. Hello, my darling. There's a thrill in her voice that you haven't heard before. Come see me at once. I have something I want to show you. Your crew is already here. I'll be there right away. Very good, my sweet. Very good. I'll see you shortly. I'm not actually going to go there right away. I'm going to go and get my money first. Gotta pay me my money. Where's my money? If the cred stick ain't loaded, I'm out of here. That's the only thing that I care. I like cred sticks. They don't use them too much anymore, though. Back in the earlier versions, a cred stick was kind of like a credit card. It was just like this little thumb drive that had all your money on it, basically, and then it was locked to your bio imprint or whatever. Oh, I can't go back there. Damn, they locked me out with a hard barrier. Damn, son. Okay, I guess I will go see Kindly Chang then. Guess I don't really have much of a choice. I'm doing a lot of guessing right now. That's not Kindly Chang's house. Where's Kindly Chang's house at? Kindly Chang. What is Kindly Chang? Oh, it's over here. That's right. I'm all discombobulated right now, and I don't really know why. Having a lot of trouble right now navigating. I think my brain's falling apart bit by bit, piece by piece, chunk by chunk, thunk by thunk, sloppy by sloppy slop. As you walk through the Mahjong parlor, you see your crew waiting for you, clearly uncomfortable to be so close to the Triad boss. Then you see why. Kindly Chang's cheeks are flushed and glowing. She's already hit the bottle pretty hard. Let's get to it, shall we? You said you had a lead, Auntie? I did, and I do. Kindly Chang takes out her PDA and gently places it on the table in front of her. The wiretap we placed on the police force has borne fruit. Her mouth breaks into a wolfish grin. Her eyes take on a feral gleam. She appears fueled by alcohol and vengeance, a hungry beast on the hunt. My people have delivered a snippet of a recorded video call between the plastic-faced man and Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit. Whoa. This should be good. Should we take a seat? Unfortunately, it's only a snippet. There were some technical difficulties with the tap. She glances at Bao, who nods back at her. The person responsible has been sacked. Chang reaches out a lacquered fingernail, hunts for the button she's looking for, then stabs it in victory. There's a loud crackling noise at the beginning of the recording, followed by a squelching squeal that makes Gobbett cover her ears in pain. Then, when the video recording begins, the man's voice sounds far away as if he's talking through a thick pane of glass. The woman's is louder and closer. Say that again. There's something wrong with this line. Said, my client isn't interested in hearing more excuses, Inspector. That's exactly what I thought you said. I'm not making excuses, mister. I have a department to run. Not for much longer if those two Westerners aren't found. They're linked to this Raymond Black somehow, and my client wants them out of circulation immediately. The two runners are his accomplices, too, the little orc and the dwarf with the cyber deck. Gobbett looks at Isabel wide-eyed and swallows hard. Isabel winks back reassuringly. I'm aware, Inspector. Thank you. We don't know how much any of them know, and my client is adamant that the risk be mitigated immediately. I've already made this the SDU's highest priority. If Josephine wants more resources on it, I'm going to need allocations from elsewhere in the department. That is a problem that can be easily dealt with. My client wants this over now. No more excuses. No more fuck-ups. No more cops floating in the river. Kindly Chang smiles at that and pours herself a shot. Tell her we're redoubling our efforts. Very good. Dead or alive, you bring them to me. My client requires my personal verification that the threat has been eliminated. Hang on, the line's getting worse. There's a sharp crackle and the recording ends. Kindly Chang picks up her PDA and puts it away with a smile. She unscrews the cap on her bottle and pours herself a shot with a flourish. That's the guy we saw in the surveillance footage, the one who killed Raymond Black. She leans into the PDA. That plastic face looks a lot cooler close up. I think it's kind of pretty. That video doesn't tell us much. I mean, we already know that there's an APB on us. All we're sure of now is that the man with the plastic face is definitely working for somebody else. This Josephine. Is that all we have, Auntie? A first name? It's not just a first name, Gobbett dear. It's the first name. Josephine Sang. She's the one pulling the strings. Kindly pulls down her shot and slams the glass upside down on the table. That disease-riddled dog fucker. I should have known it was her from the beginning. She drums her fingers on the table in front of her. And she had the nerve to call down the heat on my runners. On Nightjar? That scabrous fossil is going to pay. I'm glad they didn't say old fossil because it is a redundancy that a lot of people use. Anyways, it happens all the time in professional literature, too. People say old fossil. It's by nature being a fossil. It's old. You don't need to put old in front of it. This woman has enough power to order the HKPF to hunt us down? Well, I don't recognize the name. Chang makes a wet hacking noise in the back of her throat and spits on the floor. She's the CEO of Sang Mechanical Services and a member of the Hong Kong Executive Council. Her face turns to a mask of disgust. Josephine Dog fucking Sang. CEO, huh? What do you know about her? She was Hong Kong Philanthropist of the Year in 2054 and 2055. Children's hospitals, homeless shelters, food distribution centers. Good causes and the kind that get good PR because people are too lazy and myopic to look for the real people doing the hard work. The face-to-face with the poor work. Don't be so cynical, Isabel. Auntie Chang smiles at her sweetly. Coming face-to-face with the unsanitized for video poor is distasteful, dear. You know that. Her face gets stony. Beyond being a CEO and philanthropist, I also know that Josephine Sang is a lying, conniving bitch. Philanthropist and bitch. Those two things sound mutually, well, sounds like you two have a history together. Whatever gave you that impression, my sweet? Her wolfish smile returns. Yes, my darling, I don't like Josephine Sang, and I am going to fuck her up. I'm going to fuck her up bad. Care to elaborate on that, Auntie? No. She picks up her bottle of swill. Its turpentine fumes drift your way. Not now, and not today. But you'll be there, my darling, and I'll make it a party. What do you think the connection is between Josephine Sang and this plastic-faced man? I don't know yet, but I will. He called her his client. That may be some sort of lead we can follow. Chang nods at Wu. Her glance lingers at his biceps a moment before continuing. Right now, all we really know is that he is her instrument, the one that killed Raymond Black. Raymond's not dead. Yes, you may have mentioned that before, Gunshow. She smiles at him reprovingly. Regardless, the plastic-faced man is still our best lead for figuring out what's going on. So let's cut to the chase. What's the next step? There's nothing we could do to touch Josephine Sang, as much as I hate to admit it. But the plastic-faced man is a different story. He's a third-party operative who's been careless, and he'll live to regret it. Her little black eyes turn stony. For a while. If Sang thinks she can take out 2 of my runners and get away with it, I'm going to have to explain things to her. She pulls out a thin black cigar and runs it beneath her nose. We're going to find the plastic-faced man, and we're going to hurt him. We'll hurt him until we know everything he does, and then we will use that to strike back Josephine Sang. She lights her cigar and takes a deep pull. You will have your vengeance, and I will have my own satisfaction. She turns away and picks up the bottle. Now get out. I have things to do. God, so mercurial. Let's go get paid. I love money. Let's get ourselves all nice and stocked up with some new cash. I think we did good on that one, so we should be lining up on a pretty solid payday here. I need to upgrade some of my gear. I need to make sure that, like, this, that, or the other gets upgraded before we go in any further. I may take a look at my gear, and I may consider, oh good, Joni the Droney's back. That'll be nice. I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna talk to the guy downstairs, too, and see if I can get him on my runner team. You and your workstation mission computer. Yep, don't need that. We need the Shadowland BBS. Let's claim payment for the data we put up last time. So we got the museum shipping manifest. 480 bucks, 432 straight into the account. Very, very nice. Getting more and more expensive. I'm going to post further pay data. We've got the experimental Ares research, so that's going to be up for 2 days. The BBS. Oh, man, there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Jesus. That is a lot of stuff to sift through. For right now, I don't really have time, so let's open up our finished jobs. Let's get paid. And so, 2,000 new yen. Jesus, we got to get out from under this Kindly Chang thing. We are just not getting paid. Considering we're ducking bullets every single time, 2,000 bucks is not worth it. That is, I'd start to get, if I was playing tabletop right now, I'd start to be getting a little bit irritated with the dungeon master. I'd be like, so why are you stringing along? Like, we might have to find ourselves a new fixer. Then again, we are not in really a position to negotiate, I guess. She must be using chunks of our payment to help with her investigation. So either way, your payment is attached. I confess that I'm very pleased with your work. It's not every runner who could have pulled off a job of this magnitude. Well done. Alright, well, let's take a look at active jobs. Got the restaurant job. We got new inboxes, so we've got attending a party. Splattercat, I need you to come to the parlor. A friend and business partner of mine named Dr. Shen Yang has need of your services. Something about attending a fancy party in Repulse Bay. He was unwilling to give me the details. I think he wanted to size you up himself. Okay. Yo, come see me if you have a chance. I have a trade opportunity. Maximum Law. Okay, so we gotta go see Maximum Law. Hey, Seattle, I think I can add a little context to that thing between Auntie and Josephine Sang. This is from Gobbet. You know, the thing that makes Auntie hit the sauce and talk revenge. This is a combo of stuff I heard and the stuff I put together myself, so your mileage may vary. For years, the Yellow Lotus acted as a tax collector for the Walled City. Since the Walled City was built by Josephine Sang and the Yellow Lotus was run by Auntie Chang, they must have had a working business relationship. For a while, at least. From what Nightjar told me, he was her favorite. You got that right. Auntie was known as a real up-and-comer back then. She was on the fast track to be the next Yellow Lotus 438. That's a big deal gig, Seattle. Money and power galore. Now, you need to know that there were a lot of triads and corps doing biz in the Walled City, all sorts of stuff. And sometimes they work together nicely. Other times, some people get bloody. The way that I heard it, Auntie came up with some sort of grand plan to consolidate business in the Walled City. The power would be split between the Yellow Lotus and Sang's company, and everybody else would get cut out. If her plan worked, Auntie would rise in the Lotus like nobody's business, and Josephine Sang would make the long bank. There was a catch, though. In order for the plan to work, both women would need to jump through a lot of hoops. There'd be street-level maneuvering and power plays on Auntie's side, and blackmail and negotiations on the corporate level from Josephine Sang. My info gets really sketchy from here, but from what I've pieced together, Sang went behind Auntie's back and took her plan to her boss, a 438 named Wong Lun Fat. They cut kindly out of her own plan. Why'd Sang do that? My guess is that she saw Auntie as some sort of threat. People in the know say that Wong Lun Fat is weak and greedy. She can be manipulated if her palm remains well greased. Long story short, power was consolidated in the Walled City just like Auntie planned. Only she didn't wind up getting any of it. Her climb up the Lotus ladder came to an abrupt halt. She's still a straw sandal, just like she was before Sang backstabbed her, and now she's stuck in Heoi like a fly in amber. I'd be pissed too if it were me. Gobbet. Damn, son. I have -1 unread messages. I have so many unread messages that I send you one. Either way, my name is Splattercat. I hope you guys are enjoying these slightly elongated episodes. I'll keep an eye out and kind of see what people think for right now. Hi to everybody. I'll see you next time. Pick the game up down below.